Hello students, this is Sir Murtaza and welcome you to another lecture of physics. So let's start. So first we will talk the agenda for this lecture video. So we are going to discuss the following SLOs, and the SLO is distinguish between mass and weight, and the second is solve word problems related to the concept of mass and weight. So it means that in this lecture video we will be talking about mass, weight, okay, and also we will solve word problems related to the concept of mass and weight. Okay, now first we will talk about distinguish between mass and weight. Okay, now before telling the distinguish between mass and weight, I just want to say you that normally we assume that mass and weight are the same quantities, but according to physics, mass and weight are not the same quantities. In our normal routine, we used to say mass and weight as the same quantities, but these are not the same quantities. So now I have to distinguish between mass and weight, or you could say I have to give the differences between mass and weight. So here I have a table in front of you. In this table, here you could see in the left hand side, this is mass, and on the right hand side this is weight. So as we have to talk about its differences, so the first differences would be the definition for mass. So the definition of mass is the quantity of matter possessed by a body. Okay, whatever whatever the quantity of matter possessed, that is known as the mass. Okay, and the definition for weight is weight of a body is the force of gravity acting on it. Okay, now weight is a force and mass is the quantity of matter present. Okay, so here from the definition you can see that mass and weight are two different quantities. One is the quantity of matter present possessed by a body. It means that if a body has a greater quantity of matter, it will be having a greater mass. Okay, and likewise if a body has smaller quantity of matter, it will have a smaller mass. And for the weight of a body is the force of gravity. Now what is force of gravity? The force with which the earth attracts the body is called as the force of gravity, and weight of a body is the force of gravity acting on it. Okay, so basically weight is the force. Now mass is a scalar quantity and weight is a vector quantity. It means that in order to explain mass, you don't have to tell the direction, while for weight direction is required as it is a vector quantity. Number 3 is it always remains constant. It varies from place to place. Here you can see the mass of a body doesn't changes. For example, if you move to some other planet, for example if you move to moon, or if you see those astronomers who used to go to other spaces, they never shrink. It means it always remains constant. यानी किसी भी बॉडी का मास हमेशा कहीं पे भी जाए कांस्टेंट रहता है, यानी ना ही वो सुकड़ता है ना ही वो बढ़ता है, जैसा है वैसे ही रहता है. लेकिन वेट जो है वो वैरी करता है. अब वेट क्यों वैरी करता है? बिकॉज फ्रॉम प्लैनेट टू प्लैनेट और फ्रॉम प्लेस टू प्लेस द वैल्यू ऑफ जी इज डिफरेंट. ओके, so because of the value of g, the weight varies from place to place, but the mass always remains constant. Okay, now the unit for mass is kg and the unit for weight is Newton. Mathematically the formula is W upon g and the formula for weight is mg. So these are the differences that you have to remember between mass and weight, that what is mass and what is weight. Okay, now we will be having a question, a numerical question or a word problem question. This is a very simple question. The question is, the weight of a body is 147 Newton. What is its mass? Okay, so in this question they have given you the weight of a body which is 147 Newton, and they are asking you about the mass. And one thing, you have to take the value of g as 10 ms minus 2. Okay, the value of g is acceleration due to gravity. So first you will make the data, and the data W, which is the weight, is 147 Newton. The value of g is 10 meter per second square or ms minus 2, and we have to find the mass. Now we will use the formula in the solution, which is m is equal to W upon g, as we have to find the value for mass. Now put all the values. The weight is 147, g is 10. With the help of calculator, if you divide these two values, so the mass is 14.7 kg. So here you can see that weight and mass are two different quantities. If a body has a weight of 147 Newton, if we take the value of G as 10, then its mass will be 14.7 kg. So this is it for this lecture video. In this lecture video, we have talked about a very simple concept, which is mass and weight. Hopefully you have understood this. We'll meet you very soon in our next lecture video. Till then, Allah Hafiz.